Hello, this is Abdullah Qazi and welcome to Lesson 4 of the Learn Dari series. In this lesson, we will cover greetings and introductions in the Dari language or احوال پرسی و معرفی در زبان Dari. Before going into the actual words used, let's briefly go over the physical actions involved in an Afghan greeting. When Afghan men greet each other, they generally put their right hand on their heart and then shake hands. Close friends or relatives will hug each other. Here's a short video demonstration. Women, similar to the French, will kiss each other on the cheeks. Men and women generally do not shake hands. Don't touch or shake a woman's hand unless they initiate the handshake. If you're a man and want to greet an Afghan woman, simply put your hand on your heart and do a slight nod. Here's a short video demonstration. Alright, let's start with saying hello. In Dari, we use the word salam for hello. That's sa-lam. Salam simply means peace. Salam actually originates from the Arabic Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be upon you. I recommend using the full Arabic greeting in religious gatherings, for example, in a funeral. As you learn more Dari, you will see that Dari borrows heavily from Arabic, similar to how English borrows from Latin, Greek, or German. Now, after salam, the other person can respond back simply with salam, or they can say wa alaikum assalam, which means peace be unto you. So again, that's wa alaikum assalam. Or they can just simply say salam back. If you're wondering if there's a pure Dari greeting, the answer is yes, it is durud. However, salam is much more popular. Let's move on to how are you. In Dari, there are two common ways you can say this. First is chator hasted, which is equivalent to how are you in English. I want to point out that hasted is used in an extremely formal setting or when writing. In polite speech, the end is changed to chator hasten. And to a close friend, you can simply say chator hasti, which is informal. All right, let's go over how are you again in all three forms. For anytime you are speaking or communicating with someone else, these special endings come into play. So it's good to know all three endings. All right, so the first one is again chator hasted, then is chator hasten, then chator hasti. The E ending as in hasti is the informal. You would use it with close friends. The N or as in hastin is the polite spoken form. You would use it when speaking to someone who is older than you, such as your mom or your father. Finally, ed as in hasted is used in formal settings or when writing. For example, if one head of state wrote a formal letter to another head of state, they would use hasted. Another way to say how are you is chi hal darid, which literally means what condition do you have. Let's go over this with all three endings. So the first one, chi hal darid. Second one, the polite spoken form is chi hal darin. And then the informal that you would, speak to a friend or someone who's close to you or maybe to your own kids or something like that, you would say chi hal dari. So again, let's go all three. Chi hal darid, chi hal darin, and chi hal dari. All right, now to say I'm fine, you simply say khub hastam, which is I'm good. All right, now to say I'm fine, thank you, and you would say khub hastam tashakar wa shama. Again, so that's khub hastam tashakar wa shama. To say welcome, as in welcome to my house, you would say khush amadid. Again, that's the formal way to say it. The polite spoken way to say it is khush amadin. And then finally, it's khush amadi for the informal way. So again, it's khush amadid, khush amadin, and khush amadi. Let's go over some other greetings and farewells. For good morning, you would say sob bakhair, sob bakhair. For good night, it would be shab bakhair, shab bakhair. For goodbye, it would be khuda hafiz, khuda hafiz. Another way to say goodbye is Baman Khuda. Baman Khuda. All right, let's go over some simple introductions. Like if you want to say my name is, it would be Name Man and then your name and then Ast. So if your name is Tom, you would say Name Man Tom Ast. Another way to say it is to use the word ism. So it would be Isme Man Tom Ast. Nom or ism are interchangeable. They both mean the word name. However, ism, which is borrowed from Arabic, is formal. To say what is your name, it is Nome Shema Chist. Nome Shema Chist. Or Isme Shema Chist, if you want to be a little bit more formal. So again, it's Isme Shema Chist. To say I'm pleased to meet you or nice to meet you, you would say Az didane shema khosh shudam. Again, Az didane shema khosh shudam. Another way to say this is خوشحال شدم از ملاقات شما. خوشحال شدم از ملاقات شما. Now, just like in English, there are numerous other ways to say many of the things I went over in this lesson. But since this is just an introduction, I wanted to go over the most common ones that are used in the Dari language. All right, let's close this lesson out. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you in the next lesson.